Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to continue our adventure with Vi against the 10-star adventure from the Nightmares campaign. We managed to successfully beat the first part, but now things really do pick up a little bit. And I can't even imagine how this last part is going to be, but for now let's focus on what's ahead of us. Our game plan so far has been just to throw chump blockers at the opponent while we ramp up the damage on the Vi thanks to our 6-star power, and then we use the Curator's Gatebreakers combined with the Season Disease to just drop a Vi on top of their nexus and they die. Now things will be a little bit harder though, because the timing on the extrapolating no longer matches up to the turn where we drop down Vi, which is when we have 5 mana. So now our lethality has severely diminished. We basically have to survive one additional turn before we kill the opponent. Your first spell or skill each round deals 1 extra damage. For each 5 health the enemy nexus is missing. Or I can get Boros or Glutton for punishment. The extra damage might be relevant, but I would much rather have something that allows me to play more cards. We are very incentivized to either draw more cards to make use of the quick draw and the Relentless Force, or we're incentivized to get discounts. Discounts would be nice as well. We have 2 rerolls. Let's reroll once. Knuckle up, psychological warfare never dull. Nah, we need something better. 6 sugars, reinforce the formation, march of the machines. 6 sugars, I guess. We do create some units, so that might be relevant, but unfortunately that means we have completely run out of rerolls. Which path should I take? Jhin and Annie or Draven Jinx? Draven Jinx feels like it would be way too aggressive for us to deal with. So I suppose we have to take the top path, which means we get access to an item chest and a gold chest. I guess that's good to get some cards, cut some cards from the deck on the meditation encounter. I don't even know what I'd cut. The quicksand probably. Do I want to keep this? I'll keep the shimmering mirage and the candlelit prayer. Toss everything else. Ideally, yeah, we get a Vi in our opening hand. We have some more cards. We can actually do a pretty good first turn here. How do I want to do this? Let's do Mystic Shot first. Get rid of one of the opponent's units right away. Cycle the Ezreal. Now we can actually play the Ezreal. Honestly, this is probably not too bad. We'll do Ezreal. We can do the Mystic Shot to get rid of one of the opponent's units here. I'll lose the Miriam to shuffle a card back into the deck to refill my spell mana. I can discard something. I can use Shimmering Mirage to draw. I have a different plan. I'm going to do this. Strike the opponent, we create a Mystic Shot. And depending on what the opponent does, I either throw the Mystic Shot at one of the units or I use the Poro Cannon. I think I use the Poro Cannon. We do end up wasting the 3 spell mana because we proc the sorcery at the start of the turn. It's okay. Let's play the veteran investigator.
We are at
Draw
the threshold
one.
of something great.
It's
Embrace it,
fine.
as I have mine. I will make this right.
You can use the gotcha to get rid of this unit. We'll throw this in the way. Throw this in the way here. We're not going to take too much damage here. And Vi just keeps growing and growing.
Forgive me.
This is probably the perfect turn to Candlelit Prayer. Updraft one to draw one. Sure, let's get that borrow. Trade that borrow for a better card. Like the Mystic Shot. As long as we can keep targeting the opponent, or the opponent's units, we will also work towards leveling up Azrael, which should give us an extra bit of lethality. We don't need a second Vi. That veteran investigator is rather large.
If you do not have a part to
Yeah, I shouldn't have given the opponent that card draw.
we cannot turn away.
It's okay though. We'll safely attack with everything except the
There is
stunned
no other
unit.
way.
Fortunately, the opponent's not stunning the Azrael. At this point, I'm not really trying to deal damage to the opponent's Nexus. I just want to generate value, whether that be playing Mystic Shots that are generated by the Azrael for free, or some other form of value. We can basically keep cycling Mystic Shots as long as I keep hitting Azrael off of the draw. Yeah, finally we hit the Vi. Let's play the Augmented Clockling. Augmented Clockling into Augmented Clockling. Sure. I'll do it. Static Shock's going to be nice next turn. Actually, next turn we just kill the opponent with the Vi. Now that he no longer has a
We are at the threshold
landmark reducing the amount of damage it takes by half,
than us both.
we just play the Vi. We override here. Vi deals 24 damage twice, plus 6.
How we do it.
Okay, so as long as the games go like this, we'll be fine. Vi deals with 30 attack on the Vi. We deal 60 damage at least. The opponent's Nexus has 50 health, and then in the last encounter it goes up to 90. No, it has 40 health. Does it go up to 90 in the last encounter, or is it a different threshold? I don't remember correctly. But it matters because depending on how much health the opponent's last encounter has, I might then have to change the way I play through things.
Help.
Anyway, Azrael is nice. Let's just do the Daring Poro first. Try to bait the opponent into
Don't like your aura.
wasting his mana on removing stuff that I don't really mind being removed. Can do Static Shock Azrael. Actually, I have a better play. We'll do Static Shock. We'll cycle the Piltovan Tailstones just to hopefully tutor an Azrael. Yep, perfect. That way we can hit one of the Poros with a Mystic Shock. Or a Mystic Shot. Into another Mystic Shot. The opponent already has -1 unit, so we don't really have to get rid of that thing. I'd much rather get rid of the overwhelm unit. We'll hit like so. I can even hit with the overwhelm, I guess.
Where are you from?
Deal a little bit of chip damage to the opponent's nexus. Oh right, that last mystic shot doesn't get discounted. Still okay though. We have set up the prefect to die to a static shock this turn. And we can safely jump block there. Do I need to worry about keeping a second buy? Honestly, no. I'd much rather have the cards to play. Because cards to play is a way to buff up the buy. Let's get rid of that thing so we don't get burned to death. Yeah, that's fine. Let's attack. Ensure that the impact hits, or the unit with the most impact hits. I'll just attack with everything. I have a lot of units in hand that I can just drop. And dealing damage to the opponent's nexus might mean we just kill him this turn, even through the damage halving. Get rid of that. I essentially deals 10 damage with each strike. Yeah, that's enough. We kill the opponent through the extrapolating. So far our game plan is actually working out. I still need a way to deal with the Heart of the Fluff though. Heart of the Fluff. Ooh, Mystic Shot with Power Rift, that's huge. Daring Poro, Shadow Totem, Immortal Augmented Clockling, Assault Academic, Dragon Tooth. Or do I just forego all of these cards? I'll pick up the Daring Poro, just in case. We have been playing a decent amount of Daring Poros. So maybe generating more Poros is not that bad of a thing. Toss all of these back. I guess I'll keep the Miriam just as a way to refuel my spell mana. We can get rid of the Annie right away with a Mystic Shot. Let's see if the opponent wastes removal. That's not removal.
That sounds like fun.
I need a Nazril. Or I would like a Nazril. Nice. Let's play the Azrael then.
I thought you'd never ask.
That doesn't hit anything. I can Shimmering Mirage to generate more than one Mystic Shot by attacking with multiple Azraels. I think that's the correct play. Just do it like this. The opponent has 0 mana, so it's not like he can play these Blade's Edges. That Mystic Shots are free. So that's a Mystic Shot there, that's a Mystic Shot there. There goes the Annie and the Mana Soul Student. Can Mystic Shot there. In fact, with Vi, with both my Vi's out of the deck, I think we can just chain Mystic Shots.
Firing.
So we can just kill the opponent's entire board on the first turn. And we probably level up Ezreal here as well. Oh, right, we have a third Vi in the deck. This was still a very good turn though. In fact, I can marry him, refill mana, sure, use the Aftershock. I can also could have also used the Aftershock to get rid of the extra plating. But I think we can just kill the opponent through the extra plating. We have shut down his champions, so he has nothing on that front. I can just augmented clock link here. Shimmering Mirage is nice. Quicksand will give us 2 targets on the opponent's units. He is dealing a bit of damage with the
Not have a part to play.
Tusk Speakers. I'll Shimmering Mirage here, sure. Before it gets stunned.
What we do is so much bigger than us both. I brought my book. Hope that's alright.
It's fine.
Boring.
It's
Next turn we just play Vi and we win. 23 times 2 is 46. But I have to remember each 23 is actually halved.
here comes the punchline.
So it's not actually 23, it's 11.
That's how we do it.
11 plus 2 because of the impact. Which is more than enough to win.
Ezreal is victorious.
Unfortunately, we didn't level up the Ezreal. Or we didn't need to level up the Ezreal. Rummage, Eager Apprentice, Force Chief. Rummage is good. More cycling. Now here... What do I cut? Quicksand allows us to target and it allows us to remove keywords from the opponent's units. So I'm not too eager to cut it from the deck. But it might... No. Force Shift has to go. First thing is first, yeah. Completely forgot that was in the deck. Candlelit Prayer is interesting, but it might be too slow. Don't want to cut too many cards here, because I want to save the money for that epic shop, I think. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was deciding where to go. And what I was cutting. Somebody called me and I had to answer, and I took quite a while, so I barely remember what I was doing. Or what my thought process was. I wanted to go for the epic shop, right? And I wanted to preserve money for it, so I could only cut one more card from the deck. And I was wondering what card would that be. We obviously want to keep this extremely buffed up Mystic Shot. Poro Cannon is nice. The buffed up Daring Poro is okay. Probably the Astute Academic is the weakest card in my deck. It's like when you draw a card, give me +1/+0 this round. And it's a 1-drop. But I can play better things than just a normal stat stick. If it cycled itself, I would probably consider keeping it in the deck. But as is, it's not worth it. And then we go for the Sump Monument encounter. Which might be a problem, because we can't just instantly kill it like we've been doing against most encounters. Keep the Shimmering Mirage, definitely. Keep the Rummage. Toss the Augmented Clockling. Oh yeah, I was wondering cutting the Quicksand and I decided against it. Because it might be useful to remove keywords from units. It's fine. Actually have a decent first turn here. Let's do the ring for a first. See what the opponent does. We obviously keep the Vi. I would like to go for the Eager Apprentice after I play the spell. I can do this. I'll cycle these two. Nice. Mystic Shot is exactly what we'd like. This allows us to hit Ezreal. Oh, we didn't play the Mystic Shot. Crap. That's the Mystic Shot. Now we hit Ezreal here. There it is. Then we drop down the Ezreal. We'll have to wait for the next turn to drop the Eager Apprentice. But we don't really need to hit the Eager Apprentice. Or it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is just keep the opponent's board under control. Okay, that's the second Vi. We have one more Vi in the deck, two more, or one more Ezreal, and one more Vi, yeah. One more Ezreal, one more Vi. We can actually do this. And we get rid of the landmark early. When I'm destroyed, create a copy of me in hand. I could get rid of this to force the opponent's Nexus to take damage, but it's probably not worth it. Let's just do this. Makes killing the opponent easier. And we can go Eager Apprentice. Quicksand. I don't need the quicksand. I can actually do this though. I can quicksand here to minimize the amount of damage the Ezreal will take when I block here. Then we Shimmering Mirage to draw more, while at the same time refill our spell mana. Can safely hit there, block there. And we're just developing a massive Vi. Eventually when we drop down the Vi, she's going to deal or shuffle a billion puff caps into the opponent's deck. Can actually do Chump Wump Rummage. I think that's the better play. We replace the Mushroom Clouds with cards that are actually useful. That's not exactly what I would like. Come on, something better. Maybe I should stop drawing because I'm hitting way too many puff caps. We're at the point where we can just chain Mystic Shots infinitely, so why not do it? It will allow me to get rid of the opponent's entire board. Maybe I should get more Ezreals, just to increase the consistency of what I'm doing. I fully intend to clear the opponent's entire board before attacking, by the way. I want to hopefully kill the opponent here. Or not here, next turn. We're not killing him here thanks to his landmark. Fine. Last Mystic Shot. I could just shuffle an infinite amount of buff caps into his deck by going ahead and keep throwing the Mystic Shot at his Nexus.
I learned
But it
that in class.
probably is unnecessary if I just do this.
That's a good one. I learned
We have essentially
Wow, did you see that?
two massive impact units. Yeah, the opponent might be in a little bit of a pickle. How many buff caps does he have in his deck now? 709. If he doesn't die next turn, I'm going to be incredibly surprised. 34 damage. Somehow he survives. If only there was a way to force him to
Me and glory.
draw cards. Piltover's Tailstones is not it. At least I don't think it's it. I guess we just pass priority until the opponent ends the turn and he dies to the following draw.
I learned that in class.
Yep. One would think that 700 buff caps would have enough damage to just kill him in a single draw. But I guess he got lucky and hit some, or not enough. More Piltover Tailstones, I suppose. Might be a little bit of an overkill though. Definitely want this. Makes it so the Canolit Prayer is a bit better. And I suppose I'll pick up the Lethality. Makes it so our game plan of perhaps burning the opponent's Nexus has a little bit more validity. Do I keep the Ezreal? Sure. We have a very easy time just tutoring into champions. But keeping the Ezreal allows us to go for some big turns. I would like to do the Ezreal for cheaper. Do I updraft the Ezreal because of that reason? Sure. We kept the Ezreal just to updraft him. Maybe it was a poor decision. Let's see if it pays off though. If we hit the Mystic, or if we hit a Ezreal off of this Mystic Shot, yeah, it's worth it. We even hit the same Ezreal actually, so it's even cheaper.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Piltover Tailstones, yeah. Piltover Tailstones gets rid of all the champions in my deck, or actually almost all of them. And it gets rid of the extra plating here as well. Might be able to draw into a Vi this turn. If I draw into a Vi this turn, I'll just rummage her away. Yeah, we don't need this Aftershock and this Vi. I'd much rather, yeah, keep getting the Mystic Shots. And we kill the opponent on this first turn. Just off of these Mystic Shots. Because now we just chain Mystic Shot into Mystic Shot and the opponent dies. And I have no shame in doing that. Because the opponent's also doing unfair things. And if I have to do this against the Zoe encounter or the Heart of the Fluffed encounter, so be it as well. Turns out Lethality really was a decent pickup, because this makes all of this process easier. There, we're at 10. Now we just kill the opponent like this. Actually, we could have killed him a long time ago with the impact, but just in case he had something for 1 mana, who knows.
I knew we had it all along.
Okay, now we know what the deck can do in a best case scenario. Morrigan Apprentices, they've been fairly good. So sure. Gotcha. This increases our consistency. Might seem like it makes more sense to keep gifting more items to the Mystic Shot, but that item was actually bad. It would crowd our hand way too much, and it would make our game plan of just Mystic Shotting the opponent down inconsistent. Okay, we have a cheap Ezreal, we have a free Mystic Shot. We have everything we need to win on the first turn, actually.
Such little lives.
Let's hope the opponent wastes removal on this first unit I play here. He discards a Vi.
Her indoors.
Honestly, that's actually fine. Vi is our backup plan at this point. Ezreal is our main win con. The opponent didn't have it for full mana, surely doesn't have it for what is essentially half his mana. We're not dealing damage to the opponent's Nexus yet, so we don't need to do Piltover Tailstones yet. It's preferable to just do this. We're going to keep cycling the Mystic Shot. Nice and easy. Yeah, I think I can do this now. Actually, I could have gone for it a while back. I just wanted to make sure that I exhausted all the possibilities first. Now that that's gone, we can safely kill the opponent on a single turn.
See you never.
Ezreal's carrying this run. It's fine, we don't need the Vi. And now we start throwing stuff at the Swain. And now Ezreal deals 3 damage to the opponent's Nexus whenever I target one of the opponent's units with a spell. You know that's worse for you, right? You just gave me a way to deal 3 damage to your Nexus. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I can just point the Mystic Shot at the opponent's Nexus. Oh well. Let's properly clean up the board, ensure that the opponent can't block in any way, shape or form. And now we just kill him with the units I have on board. No point in wasting more time.
Can't stop me.
Perfect. And that's the second part of the run out of the way. Honestly, I might have just hit our stride. We now know what we do against basically every encounter. Arcane Knowledge. Yeah, let's pick up Arcane Knowledge for the Ezreal. By this point, Ezreal is as important, if not more, than Vi. Yeah, that I'll continue this adventure next time around. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Till then.